Many people have experienced the urge to grab their keys after a bitter domestic argument, walk out the front door, and drive into the night. It is a specific impulse to seek a few quiet hours away from the mounting pressures of a life that feels like it's unraveling. For Mohad, the narrator of our story, that aimless drive leads him to pull off National Highway 24 at 3:27 in the morning. He slides into booth 5 of an unknown, flickering establishment called the Midnight Stop Cafe. It's a dhaba, a traditional Indian roadside restaurant, but one he has never noticed before. Mohad carries the weight of his anxiety right in his pocket. He places his smartphone on the table. The screen glows brightly, showing exactly 11% battery remaining, and it vibrates continuously with missed calls and frantic text messages demanding he turn the car around. That dying, vibrating screen is the last thread connecting him to the life he left. If he allows it to go dark, he severs his relationship with every obligation waiting for him back home. The moment Maud steps out of the chaotic, cold rain and into the Midnight Stop Cafe, the environment shifts. He is greeted by a dreamlike peace. A smiling waitress hands him a cup of strong filter coffee, tailored precisely to his preferences. Strong, little sugar, no milk, without him having to ask. The Midnight Stop Cafe functions as an unquestioning, welcoming sanctuary. It provides exactly what a person at their breaking point is looking for, a place where no one asks for anything. This chart shows the mechanical difference at play. Traditional horror operates on sharp, erratic spikes of direct threat and sudden panic. Liminal horror focuses on the dread of transitional, empty, or suspended spaces. Here, the tension flatlines into an endless plateau of eerie calm. The diner's perfectly tailored comfort, the hot coffee, the quiet booth, none of this is a coincidence. It is a specialized psychological trap, designed to prey on a person who is exhausted. Time is running out. Maud notes his battery has dropped to 7%, shrinking his remaining window of connection to the outside world. The waitress sits across from him and lays out the first condition of the diner. If Maud chooses to stand up and walk back out the front door, he will return to the same reality he left behind. The second condition ensures there are no half measures. Leaving means he will lose all memory of this sanctuary. He will return home, make up with his wife, and remain in the same repeating loop of daily failure. But she offers an alternative. If he chooses to stay, the diner provides permanent peace. No more fights, no more financial pressure, total safety from his old life. The cost of this safety involves a trade. To gain this peace, Maud agrees to become a permanent fixture of the Midnight Diner. He becomes one of the disappeared, sitting in a booth for the rest of time. The doors remain unlocked, and the waitress asks a direct question: stay or go? The trap requires an active, conscious surrender from its victims. This is the psychological core of the Midnight Stop Cafe. The victim must willingly engineer and agree to their own permanent erasure. The waitress points out the only other customer in the room, a quiet old man sitting in booth 3, staring out the window. She mentions he abandoned his family back in 2018 and has been here ever since. Mohad looks closer and recognizes the face. The man in booth 3 is his own father, the same man who vanished without a trace when Mohad was 14 years old. Coming face to face with his vanished father does not trigger a need to flee. Instead, Mohad feels the burdens he has been carrying grow lighter. The abandonment makes sense to him now. This diagram illustrates generational erasure. The father's branch abruptly severs, fading into a disconnected, floating node. It represents an inherited instinct to abandon reality. Maud mirrors this break. His node severs similarly, dropping into the empty space next to his father. The diner physically manifests this inherited trauma. By trying to escape his cycle of debt and arguments, Maud repeats his father's method of retreat. 9 minutes later, Maud posts a final update. The battery hits 2%. He reaches the point of no return, and the screen snaps black. He faces the choice of disappearing from the world forever. His response is mundane. He simply orders an aloo paratha, a traditional Indian stuffed flatbread. As she brings the food, the waitress delivers a final piece of dialogue. "Welcome home," she says, sealing his assimilation into the liminal space. When the phone dies, the digital link to Mould's wife, his debts, and his identity ceases to exist. He is no longer reachable by the world he abandoned. The Midnight Stop Cafe serves as a metaphor for the modern epidemic of systemic human burnout. It is the physical embodiment of the desire to give up. Classical horror relies on a fear of pain or death, but modern societal pressure creates a different psychological vulnerability. It makes the seduction of nothingness appealing. Maud leaves the reader with a chilling implication. He suggests that many missing persons cases might be individuals who found their own midnight diner and decided to stay. Modern horror finds its weight in a quiet, warm room that offers the exhausted exactly what they secretly want: permission to simply stop trying.